Welcome back to Johnny Reads. Today I have my third This Week in Books video, and it will have a recurring theme between the two topics I'm going to talk about. The first thing is author Salman Rushdie, who you maybe you've read, maybe you haven't. I haven't. In 1988, I just learned this week that a bounty was placed on him for his book, The Satanic Verses, for, I guess he was mocking Islam. I'm not entirely sure if that's the exact reasoning behind the bounty, but I've been reading a bunch of articles, and that's what I've been seeing. That's what I've come up with. If I'm incorrect, you can just tell me in the comments, and so I'll at least get that correct. And the bounty at that point had risen up to $3.3 million from the Iranian government. And this week, a number of Iranian news outlets have added to the bounty, and it's now up to $4 million. They added $600,000. It's up to $4 million for someone to assassinate Salman Rushdie. The reasoning for sudden adding of money to the bounty is because I believe it's the 27th anniversary or something of the original bounty. The thing I want to talk about is Egyptian author Ahmed Naji was recently sentenced to 2 years in prison for sexually explicit material in one of his books. And what I think is stupid about this whole thing is that someone read an excerpt of his book in a magazine and claimed that because of reading the sexually explicit material, he experienced sickness and heart palpitations. That is not a reasonable person. As a result, this suit was brought forth, and eventually, after a legal battle and everything, he was given a 2-year prison sentence. And now, these two things are really bringing about the question of authors' freedom of expression. Because everybody knows that there are certain countries in the world who do not allow freedom of expression at all. Like, I could name a few of them offhand right now, but I'm not going to because I'm sure you already know them just as well as I do. But it makes you wonder how backwards things really are in different countries in the 21st century. It's a little crazy to think that an author can write something and a bounty be placed on his head by a government. It's a little bit crazy to think that an author can write something sexually explicit in a book and be sent to prison. I mean, imagine if E.L. James got a prison sentence for 50 Shades of Grey. Imagine if someone like Maya Banks, another erotic author, got a prison sentence for her work. Or Zane. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this was supposed to be a legal process that is just completely and entirely unfair. I can't even imagine writing something and having to wonder, will I get into serious legal trouble for writing this? And I don't think any author should have to deal with that in the 21st century. Not Salman Rushdie, not Ahmed Naji, and nobody else. And I want to know what you think about the freedom of expression of authors being under attack, because it is. So let me know in the comments. Let me know if you heard about anything else in the publishing industry or books or anything at all.